sorry, I can't have my studio, sweetie. Oh, yeah, it's baby group.
Furnace comes apart.
So, when you've got a bunch of children.
I like it actually.
Apparently really well. I had to close it, because they got,
To me.
there were like two parents to one baby that really just filled it up, so, which is great. So, yeah, we had 6 parents, 4 babies. and sign language translator. And Colleen, and I don't know, she was planning on having her husband come with her baby. I don't know if she ended up doing that for space reasons. Because at first it was just one couple of twins. She's like, well, I don't have to be alone. So I don't know if she ended up with a husband. That would be a lot of people. But they apparently enjoyed it and would like to have it again.
Oh,
so
great.
she's thinking about it.
Nice.
So yeah. That was 108 sun salutations. That's a lot.
Still assessing how my body feels with that. But definitely my shoulders are a bit sore.
Did you
So
did you notice yourself getting sloppy in any of them and having to like reevaluate?
oh yeah, I mean a couple times I was like, why did I jump from, or why did I do, I went right to down dog from instead of doing seven dog or whatever. So you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And and then you can, of course, always see, those couple times I just took, instead of going back into down dog, I just went back into child's pose and
Smart.
rested for 3-4 hours and stuff. But yeah, and maybe pretty much did all maybe like there was at one point where I was like, okay, I just kind of lay here, so I was on the mat for like 1 or 2.
How was somebody keeping track then?
Yeah, they were doing, it was just a rotation of the various teachers. They were doing 10 at a time, so you kind of had a sense they weren't going 51, 52, or something like that, but every time a new person came up with this, okay, 10 more done, and so you kind of had an idea like where you were. And they would like say, okay, we're happy done, or we got 20 more, or whatever. Cool. So yeah, it's pretty neat. So
nice. We were pretty impressed at the end of our workshop. We looked at the time, we're like, oh my God, it's exactly 108.
Yeah. So that workshop was this weekend, or this past weekend too? So.
The Diane Bondi?
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Yep.
And was that just something you did, or is that part of your
it's part of training?
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm glad, I felt kind of bad going into it, like I didn't know who she was. But after the fact, I realized that I am aware of her through Yoga International. She teaches, she has a bigger body, and so that's part of what she's teaching is teaching yoga, teaching all levels, so that, if you think you're teaching all levels, you're not, which I realized I'm not. But I don't do anything with Yoga Journal. I am a complete supporter and fan of Yoga International. They just fit my belief of what yoga is a little bit better. And so I've seen her videos on how to get into certain poses, regardless of body size. She's quite an accomplished yogi. But yeah, so some of like the arm balances and things like that. She has really great ways to use props to get yourself into it. For various variations, but also just like, because like you see these pictures and you're like, how the hell are you supposed to get into that pose? Like, what is step 1? And so she breaks them down really well. So I've seen videos and stuff like that. So after the fact, I realized I had been aware of her. So it was nice to meet her in person. But it was really great. And not only were we talking about inclusive classes for body size, and if you've got injuries or disabilities of any sort, but also a major topic was race. And that was, so there were probably like 10 Black women in the class, And it was just like, as a white person, you have no idea. Like, you can hear the stories and all that, but you have no idea what they go through. And these women talking about, like, just their experiences with, like, you know, their sons get pulled over. One gal said that her son goes to college in South Carolina, I think. He literally every day from school, he gets pulled over. Literally every single day. And, you know, just having, and two women, I think it was only two women, but I'm sure they all have that same story. Two women have the story of their cops completely surrounding their sons with guns drawn because some place was robbed 2 blocks away and he fits the description and it's quite obviously not him. You know, it's just flooring. And what was really appalling, I mean, not actually the most appalling aspect of this, but it was just sad to me was that, so Diane Bondi is Canadian. She's Canadian, Black, her background, her ethnicity is from Barbados. And she travels a lot for this, what she does, teaching. And she said that her family, so Barbados and those islands down there, they have a travel warning against coming to America because it's too dangerous for people to travel here. Yeah. That's what we've become.
Well, yeah, it's only, I mean, I don't know when that ban went in place, but it's only gotten worse with the current climate.
Right, and that's specifically what it is what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't always like that, so it is quite unfortunate. So it was, and we basically, we had a conversation about, so how do we be an ally then? You know, trying to, and we had a lot of conversations about white people don't try to be the savior. You need to ask the community what you can do for them. Don't just come in, you know, because I've had that same feeling like, oh my God, you know, these people, you know, what can I do to help, blah, 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 and going about it the wrong way. And so, you know, see something, say something, speak up. If something's racist, say it.
Right.
And, you know, even if you've got a family member who's 95 and never going to change their mind, they're still speaking in front of all the kids and all the other family members. Right. And so you may not be able to get them to change their mind or realize what they're saying, but the people around them will hear you saying it in your conversations. Yeah. So it was really good. There was a lot of hard conversations. As a white person, there was really hard conversations had, but very important. So like I just sat there like physically in my place, but like metaphorically like put in my place. It was really nice to sort of be told, like officially be told, like white people, this is what you need to do and this is what you need to stop doing. So it was good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, also learning, I mean, she's got like all of these things that she does with all of these props is just amazing. And using the props does not make it easier. But it was interesting at the very end of class. I kind of wish she would have done this at the beginning, at the very end of class, of the workshop yesterday. She's like, we were asking questions about certain variations for body size. And she's like, all right, everybody take your sweater and jam it into your pants. And so I had this big bulky sweater, pushed it in my pants. And she's like, all right, so we're gonna try to go through like some basic sun salutation poses. And now I get it. Like you gotta swing your leg around to avoid your belly. And various things like that. So it was eye-opening.
Nice.
It was very good. Which was a dimmer on the light down there? There can be, and there may be someday. Did you sleep well after 100 sun meditations?
Yeah, so pretty well. Yeah. Woke up early, so I'm gonna wait for a while. But
yeah.
I'm off today. So
Veterans Day, yes.
Observe.
Thank all of our veterans for their service. We have one watching. Dawn. My One of my clients who just recently became a student, patron.
Yeah, I'm a little bit freaked out about this circuit weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, today I'm just gonna be like running through my script, I guess. Make sure I get timing down, just gonna record myself. You know,
Cool.
but yeah, and I just have a bunch of other just paperwork stuff I need to do, like all the class observation papers that I was supposed to be filling out, that I've not been doing a good job of filling out. I have 2 more classes to take, but to actually, so probably take a class later, I guess. But yeah, so yeah, so that and just just I don't know, some busy time of the year.
Yeah.
With stuff,
Holidays are starting too.
so yeah. Yeah, we'll see how I feel here. I mean, I don't feel anything like that's like ouch or whatever, but
You did 100 minutes and salutations.
yeah,
It's still a lot.
I'm thinking maybe my my legs, just from that back feels okay. Like so my shoulders are just like sore, like yeah.
But it's good movement. Sun salutations are really good movements for your body. All right, let's get started. Sit in your easy seat and start with your rotation. Nice big circles with your torso. And see if you can make smaller circles with your waist and your belly button. Trying to focus on your low back, feeling movement, rotation of your sacrum, your pelvis. Come to center, either leg in front, let's go in the opposite direction. Start again with your big circle. And then come to a smaller circle, maybe if you can, with your waist. And like you're scraping the sides of the bowl with your rib cage. And come back to center, grab onto your shins, rock over your sit bones. Inhale your belly button forward, exhale, draw it back in. Inhale forward, exhale back. Hands to your knees, inhale your chest forward, exhale it back. Next inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift your chin, stretch your throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Once more, lift your chin. And chin to chest. Your chin against your chest, drop your shoulders. Press the back of your neck into the ceiling. Get a little bit more length out of the back of your spine. Slide your chin to the left. Slide right. Slide left. Slide right. Go up and over to the left. Lift your chin, lengthen your throat. Up and over to the right. Up and over left. And up and over to the right. And bring your head back to center. Left arm out to the left, right hand to your heart. Inhale left, exhale right. Rotation starts in your waist.
Feel this on my pecs.
There you are. That's one of my favorite stretches for the pecs. All right, let's inhale right, exhale left. And slow down, come back to center. Let's pause for a few breaths here. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Focus on breathing through your nose. Long, deep breaths. Fill your lungs completely on your inhales, empty completely on your exhales. Make your way to hands and knees. Let's go for some balancing knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Inhale, right arm, left leg up. Reach out with your heel and your fingertips. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And exhale down. This time we're going to move through that. Inhale, right arm, left leg reaches out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. And exhale in. Hand and knee to the floor. Switch sides. Inhale, left arm, right leg out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Let's do one more. Inhale out. And exhale in. Hands and knees to the floor. Straighten out your left leg. Ball of the foot presses into the floor. Now the crown of your head away from your left heel. Feel a nice length in your body. Relax your face. As you breathe, let your belly move with your breath. Shift your weight to your hands and your left foot. Bring your right shin off the floor, just about an inch. So lift your right hip. Hover. Straighten your right leg out. Bring it to hip height. Heel presses away, toes draw towards you. And keep lifting that right leg as you pull back into a down dog with your right leg lifting up to the ceiling. See what you can do with the left heel. Maybe you draw it towards the floor. Whatever feels best. Open your belly to the right side. Stacking your right hip on top of left. Keep that right leg straight.
Bend your right knee, drawing your right heel towards your middle back, and lift your right knee up towards the ceiling. Relax your face, relax your neck. Press your right heel away, straighten your right leg again. Bring your hips more parallel to the floor. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Bring your right leg hip height again. And bring your right shin back down to the floor, knee under your hip. And back to tabletop, both knees on the floor. Straighten out your right leg. Press out through your heel. Fingers are nice and spread. Feel length. You can weight to your hands and your right foot. Bring your left shin to about an inch off the floor. Just hover. Keep your shoulders over your wrists for now. Straighten out your left leg. Leg hip height. Lengthen your body. Press your heels away. Go the tips of your ears away from your heels. So to pull your hips back, lift that left leg up behind you. Maybe your right heel drops a little bit, getting a nice stretch in the backs of your legs, your ankle, your Achilles. Relax your neck, relax your face. Open up, stack your left hip on top of right. Show your belly to the left side. Keep nice and long arms. And not to go noodly in your arms. Bend your left knee, draw your heel towards your middle back, and lift your left knee up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing, nice long deep breaths. Straighten out the left leg. Bring your hips parallel to the floor. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. And bring your left knee to the floor. Hands and knees, tabletop. Come down onto your forearms. Press your palms together. Make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under, lift your hips. Dolphin. Press your forearms and your pinkies into the floor. Lift your hips, lift your sit bones. If it feels good, keep your head lifted, your nose pointing down towards the floor. If it feels better to your head and neck, then allow your head to hang. You're just not putting the crown of your head on the floor. You're pressing into the floor to keep the crown of your head off the floor. Just long, deep breaths. Keep your face muscles relaxed. Come down to your knees, child's pose, feet together, knees wide. Torso sinks between your thighs. All right, let's turn this into a little bit of a movement. So bring yourself forward, almost into a plank. Drop your hips, drop your thighs, lift your chest into a kind of an up dog, and then pull yourself back into child's pose again. Follow your breath. Inhaling, bringing yourself forward, lifting your chest. And exhale, pulling back. Inhale, come forward, lift. Maybe your thighs come off the floor, maybe not. Draw yourself back. And bring yourself forward. Exhale, come back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bring yourself forward. And bring yourself back. Nice. Back up to hands and knees. Step your left foot forward. Bring it between your hands. so that your knee is underneath your shoulder. Maybe you can get your knee into your armpit. Your right foot, you can have your toes curled under or not, depending on what you'd like to do with that right foot. I like to have my toes curled under for a nice stretch. Start to draw yourself forward in a nice low lunge. Your hands are supporting you. Start to draw the crown of your head. You're just working slowly, draw the crown of your head away from your right heel. As you lengthen your neck and lengthen your spine, this tips your pelvis forward, getting a deeper stretch in your hips and your leg, your low back. Pull yourself back so your knee is over your ankle. Curl your right toes under, bring your right knee off the floor. Press out through your heel. Maybe you're on your fingertips, maybe hands are flat to the floor. Feel lengthen your spine. Feel like you're sort of lifting your sacrum, pressing it towards the ceiling a little bit. Keep your right hand on the floor, draw your left arm forward, up and around, rotate towards your left leg, open up. Feel equal weight in your left foot and your right hand. So just let your right hand go forward. Bring your left hand down, bring your right knee to the floor. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot. If it feels better to step that foot over to the left, go ahead and do that. Start to drop your torso. So you're going to get a little bit of a hamstring stretch by dropping. Hip stretch. Maybe you come down to your forearms, maybe not. Just using the weight of your torso to get this stretch. Maybe you can bring your left arm underneath your left leg. Bring the back of your hand towards your left thigh or your left hip. We're going for a twist. If it feels better, more stable to keep your right toes curled under, do that. Start to bring your right ribs back. Maybe you can reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Or maybe you bring your right arm behind your back. Maybe there's a binding for you here, maybe not. Unwind, hands to the mat, come back to tabletop, come back into child's pose, draw your hips back. Inhale forward into a kind of an up dog. Maybe your legs are on the floor. Just lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull it back. You can follow your own breath. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Exhale back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, come back. Bring yourself back up to hands and knees. Bring your right foot forward, maybe heel toe between your hands. And let's start to draw forward for a low lunge here. And your hands are supporting you, they walk forward as you need them to. Focus on all of the things that you can tweak here. Maybe draw the tops of your shoulders back away from your ears. Get a little bit more space between your earlobes and your shoulders. Maybe see if you can pull the tips of your ears away from the back of the mat. Maybe you can feel length coming out through the back of your neck. Maybe you feel more torso weight resting on your right thigh. Bring yourself back, your knee is over your ankle. Bring your hands to the inside and it feels good. Heel toe your right foot a little bit wider. Widen your stance. And start to lower your torso down. Dropping your elbows. Use your breath, long, deep breaths. Maybe even it feels good to let your head hang. Maybe you can bring your right arm under your right leg. Back of the hand against your thigh or your hip. Lengthen your spine. Lift your torso, draw your left rib cage back. Start with lifting your left arm up towards the ceiling, reach up. And maybe bring your left arm around your back, perhaps. Lengthen your spine. The key to a good twist is lengthening your spine. Unwind, hands to the mat, child's pose, pull back. Inhale, bring yourself forward into a kind of an up dog. And exhale back, pull back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's do one more. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Bring yourself to tabletop, curl your toes under, down dog, pull your hips back. So one cue that I learned this weekend that was amazing for down dog. So if you're feeling a lot of tension in your shoulders or you feel like your arms aren't sturdy enough, bend your elbows and imagine that you've got a beach ball between your forearms and scoop your elbows in to hug the beach ball. That rotates your elbows, rotates your forearms, and therefore readjusts how your body is positioned and how your shoulders are positioned in your down dog. Good for triangle pose. Step your left foot forward, right heel down. Straighten that left leg. That determines where your hand goes. Use your shin if you need to. Open your torso. Press equally into both feet. Creating a nice foundation, a nice solid foundation for your body. You also create a mental connection with your mat, with the planet. See if you can notice any texture in your feet, feeling the mat. So for a revolved triangle, maybe right hand comes to the floor, left arm forward, up and around. Your hips aren't ready for that, or hamstrings. Both hands to your left shin, or the crown of your head away from your tailbone. All right, bring both hands to the mat. Pivot your right foot so all toes point forward. Your hips and shoulders, headlights show towards the top of the mat. Maybe fingertips are on the floor. So in this one, we can make this dynamic. Straighten your left leg and bend it. Straighten it and bend it. And as you're moving, maybe you're also moving your right heel towards the floor behind you. See if you can take some of the weight off of your arms. You're resting your torso on your left leg as you move it, perhaps. There are all sorts of ways of working on this movement, which is helping to strengthen and stretch your hamstrings all together. There's effort. The nice thing with a dynamic movement, just sort of redundant by saying that, but you're warming up the muscles and stretching them and strengthening them. All right, come back into down dog. Notice how one side feels versus the other. Maybe warmth, maybe length. Maybe you just notice that it's even there. Step your right foot forward for triangle. Straighten your right leg, lengthen your spine, open up. Bend up the shoulders, try to get the tops of your shoulders away from your ears. See how much space you can make. The more length you create in your spine, the more you're asking of your core muscles to help support you, which is what we all need. Let's go for revolve triangle. Either left hand comes to the floor, right arm forward up and around, or bring both hands to your right shin and lengthen your spine. With every breath, find something else that you can lengthen, space that you can make. And when you make space, notice what else happens in your body. Your body is connected. One adjustment here affects someplace else. All right, bring both hands to the floor or fingertips. Pivot on the ball of your left foot, all toes point forward. Let's start bending the right knee and then straighten it as best as we can. Bend and lengthen. And as you're moving through this, notice your toes. And contact with the floor with your toes and the balls of your feet. Pressing into your right foot. And as you press and pull your hips back, lengthen your spine. One more and come back into down dog. Step forward, half lift, lift your chest. Forward fold. Another half lift. Forward fold. Do that again, half lift. Forward fold. Inhale, arms out and overhead. And hands come to heart center. Do that again, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. Once more, half lift. Forward fold, soften your knees, arms out, overhead. And hands come to heart center. Your arms down to your sides. Nice Tadasana. Relax your face, relax your breath. Your feet a comfortable distance apart, not too wide, not too close. Goldilocks distance. Drop all of your weight into the soles of your feet. Press the pinky toe sides of your feet into the floor. Keep pressing the balls of your feet into the floor. This is an isometric pressure. We're pressing into the floor. We're making engagement happen, but nothing is moving. Press your ankles out to the side. Press your shins out to the side. Lift your kneecaps or engage your quadriceps. Engage the backs of your legs. Lengthen up your spine, drop your shoulders, lengthen the back of your neck. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Engage Mula Bandha, lifting your pelvic floor muscles. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. Engaging your pelvic floor muscles, but you still keep from your belly button and your diaphragm up relaxed. Relax your face, keep relaxing the tops of your shoulders. Complete engagement from the belly button down. Complete length and relaxation from the belly button up. And relax. Bend your knees, come into forward fold. Let's hang. If it feels good to have your hands into the bends of your elbows, do that. If it feels good to sway a little bit, then do that. Hands to the mat, step back in the plank. Let's lower it all the way down to the floor. Bring your legs wider than the mat, heels fall in. Bring your hands wider than your shoulders. Maybe some fingertips are off the floor. Maybe pinky is off the mat. Inhale, peel up. Press the floor away. Exhale down. Inhale, peel up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Lift in your chest. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Bring your legs together. Backs of the hands on the floor, locust pose. Keep the backs of your hands on the floor, lift your chest. Breathe. See how much space and length you can make from the tops of your shoulders to your earlobes. Almost feel like you're trying to reach your fingertips towards your feet. Bring your right leg off the floor. Press the top of your left thigh into the floor. Toes are pointed, feet are engaged and pointed. Feel your hamstrings, your quadriceps, your gluteal muscles engaging. Lower your right leg. Realign those legs. Press down into your right leg, lift your left leg. Maybe it feels different, maybe it's a different effort. Your face, keep lengthening your spine, keep your chest lifted. And release. Hands under your shoulders, press back. Child's pose or embryo. Bring yourself up, legs in front. Let's go for Baddha Konasana. And come into a diamond pose. Bring our heels all the way in. Whatever feels best. Grab onto your ankles or your toes. Whatever is better leverage. Pull up. Pull yourself forward and down. Elbows come out. Press your elbows over your forearms into your legs in order to get your shoulders away from your ears. As much length in your spine as you can. Bring yourself up into an easy seated position or coming into a twist. If you would like to sit in your bolster, sit in your bolster. A little bit more height. Inhale, lengthen your arms overhead. Exhale to the right, left hand to the outside. Right fingertips perhaps come to the floor. Keep lengthening your spine. We're going to take several breaths here. Keep lengthening up. Maybe your right arm wraps around your back. Doesn't need to. That's an option. Keep working on drawing your right rib cage back. And once you've drawn it back a little bit, then make sure you've got length in your spine. Look forward. Unwind. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to the left. Right hand to the outside of your knee. Left hand behind. Lengthen. Feel your breath moving your rib cage, helping to massage your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. That's the mantra in a twist. Look forward. Unwind. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Reach your right arm behind you. Your right arm is parallel to the floor. Start to rotate your palm up towards the ceiling and start to reach your right thumb a little bit further back. Like you're passing a plate to somebody behind you. Look forward. Unwind. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Reach your left arm behind. And start to rotate your palm facing up to the ceiling and start to draw that left thumb back behind you. Forward and unwind. Let's go for eagle arms, right elbow on the side of left. Wrap your forearms, drop your elbows. And if this is too much for your shoulders, then you can just simply have right arm on top of left, giving yourself a nice deep hug. If you're in the eagle arms, maybe it feels good to lift your elbows. Keep your forearms away from your face. Be mindful of your shoulders. Sharp stabbing pain is bad. Or your elbows if you feel stabbing pain. Release. Let's go to the other side. Left elbow on top of right. Grab your forearms. Drop your shoulders. And if this is too much for your shoulders or elbows, then hug yourself. If it feels good, lift your elbows, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling, keeping your forearms away from your face. Release, clasp your hands behind your back. We'll always finish with arms behind. Draw your shoulder blades together. Maybe it feels good to drop your chin to your chest. Maybe, perhaps, you can start to draw yourself forward. And as you draw yourself forward, maybe you can lift your arms up to the ceiling. Bring yourself up, release your arms. Left arm out to the left, right hand to your heart. Inhale left, exhale right. And slow down. Come back to center. Take a couple of breaths here.
That's where to start.
Look at that, nice. All right, start to make your way down for Shavasana.
Okay. Then
Yeah. You take blanket for your head. Take a deep inhale. Sigh. Take one more deep inhale. And sigh. Find an effortless breath. Relax your feet. Relax your legs, hips, thighs. Soften your belly. Relax your low back. Relax your rib cage, your shoulder blades. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Relax the weight of your arms, your palms, your fingers. Relax your throat, your neck, your jaw. Relax your teeth and your tongue. Relax the weight of your skull to the floor. Soften your temples, soften your forehead. Relax the space in between your eyes. Relax your scalp. Relax out through the crown of your head. Deepen your breath. Move your fingers, move your toes. Reach your arms above you on the floor, get a nice big stretch. And when you're ready, roll to one side. Start to make your way back up to an easy seated position. This
stands to reason that anyone who learns to live well will die well. The skills are the same, being present in the moment, and humble, and brave, and keeping a sense of humor. Take a deep inhale. Blow it out. Deep inhale. Blow it out. One more inhale. Blow it out. Find your natural breath. Bring your palms together at heart center. Sit nice and tall. Lift the sides of your mouth. Think a positive thought about yourself. Think a positive thought about someone you love. And release a positive thought out to the universe. May all beings in the universe be happy and free, and may our actions and our thoughts contribute to their happiness and their freedom. Namaste. Well, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.
Study well. Finish your paperwork well.